Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to this special Picks of the Month edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch for February 2021. Just a quick note about this series, obviously it comes out once a month, and it does go out to the gold patrons first, so by the time you see this on YouTube, it could be about 24 or 48 hours later. Some prices might have shifted a little bit, but I'm not anticipating big changes in the short term for the cards we're talking about today. And today's topic is an interesting one. 10 modern cards that will benefit from the recent banned and restricted list update. More on that in just a few moments. Quickly before we get into those cards though, just a fast reminder, if you go to FlipsideGaming.com, you can use that Heroes promo code to save 10% on orders over $10. Currently, you can pre-order Time Spiral Remastered. They also have a whole assortment of Strixhaven products there, including the Commander decks. You can even get the Challenger decks there now, and that's of course in addition to all the other stuff they normally have on the website. Remember too, any order over $100 total, or if your order only consists of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. And of course, when you use that promo code, it does support the channel, which is always appreciated, so thank you. And without any further ado, let's get into it. One quick note about the purpose of the series, we talk about cards that could be going up in value in the coming weeks and months here. We don't necessarily talk about the best cards for any given deck. For example, Tarmogoyf is a fantastic modern card. It could see more play in the future, but there's also a very good chance it gets reprinted in Time Spiral Remastered. In fact, if you looked at the box art that was shown this week, it looks like there's a very, very good chance of that. So remember that as we look at cards today. Now, also remember that this is not about getting rich quick. These cards most likely, if they do increase, will go up slowly over time. I would recommend if you haven't picked up these cards and you maybe want a play set because you are a modern player, it could be a good time to pick them up now. But also keep in mind, there's a lot of reprints that come out nowadays compared to a year or 2 years ago. And at any given time, any of these cards could be reprinted and the value could go down. Finally, I know what you're thinking. John from Heroes and Legends, why are we talking about modern cards when everybody else is talking about reserve list cards? They're talking about vintage cards. Well, for one, I kind of miss talking about modern cards. And for two, this is the perfect time to talk about modern cards because everybody else is looking in the other direction. We know Magic Fest will occur at some point. It could be many months down the road still, but when they commence, there's going to be a renewed interest in a lot of these formats, including modern. And considering there's a lot of upheaval now in the format because of that last BNR update, a lot of players might be trying to reconstruct decks or start from scratch with a new modern build altogether. So let's look at the first card on the list today. We're just going to go in Color Pie order. It is Stoneforge Mystic. The Worldwide copy is at $28.70 right now. The copy from Double Masters is at $24.24. The reason I like some of these cards that were reprinted in Double Masters is the fact that there's a chance maybe they won't be printed again for at least a little while. Also, too, Double Masters has been opened pretty strongly at this point, and a lot of these cards are at their bottom, or at least were at their bottom recently. Some of them have already started to climb up a little bit. When it comes to gameplay, this is definitely a card that could see more play in the future now that Uro is not in the format anymore, now that you don't have to worry about Tybalt's Trickery. You'll find this one in Hammer Time, Death and Taxes, Bant Stoneblade, and more. Also, this could be seeing an increase in Legacy play as well now in Death and Taxes and more there. Additionally, this has gotten more Commander play recently due to new cards from Commander Legends and Kaldheim. Cards like Cole the Forgemaster, for example. Force of Negation, this is at $58.97 right now, and this is going to keep going up until the reprint does occur, which it will occur. The question is when and how high will this card be when it happens? When it comes to gameplay, this is in a lot of modern decks, including Azorius Control, and it looks like that could see more play in this new environment. Legacy is also going through a lot of changes with the bannings that occurred there, especially Oko being the biggest one. So this does see play there too. You'll find this in Delver decks, for example. They could be getting more play in the future. Regardless though, this will continue to see a lot of play in Modern, Legacy, Vintage, and Commander. Next we have Jace the Mind Sculptor, and this is another card that was reprinted in Double Masters, but check out these prices here. Worldwake, $68.96. Eternal Masters, $57.76. Masters 25, $57.97, and that Double Masters reprint, $50.05. Did you think about a year ago, 2 years ago, you'd ever see this card at $50? This is a great deal. It will get reprinted again, but maybe not in the short term because we just saw it in Double Masters, and I definitely think this will see more play now in Modern with these changes. This is another card you'll find in Azorius Control. Also, I think you'll see this in more decks in Legacy going forward as well. It's a solid commander card too, and it is seeing more play there because of a new Kaldheim card. That's a Sika God of the Tree / the Prismatic Bridge. We're still in blue, so another card you'll find in Azorius Control in Modern. This is Snapcaster Mage. This is also in Grixis Death Shadow decks there though, and more in the format. Additionally, this could see more Legacy play too. And it's been getting more play in Commander like a lot of the cards we've been talking about. You'll find this in builds around new Kaldheim cards like Orvar the Allform and Vega the Watcher, for example. But again, check out these prices. They're very stable right now. The Innistrad copy, $42.37. The Modern Masters 2017 copy, $44.10. The Ultimate Masters copy, $42.48. Let's move on to black and a card that was printed in the same set Snapcaster Mage was in. This is Liliana of the Veil. Again, check out these prices and think back to a year, 2 years ago. Innistrad, $62.91. Modern Masters 2017, $64.94. Ultimate Masters, $63.84. In this new environment, I would expect to see more Jund decks, more Rakdos mid-range decks. They seem to be performing well so far. Of course, this is in both of those. This is also another card that could get more play in Legacy and is getting more play in Commander because of Kaldheim. You'll find this in Tergrid God of Fright / Tergrid's Lantern decks there. We'll head to red with Soulscar Mage at $6.65. This is one of those cards I'm always very high on. I'm always saying pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. It does feel maybe a little overdue for a reprint, so you do want to consider that. But it's still not a super expensive card, just over $6 right now. If you shop around, you could find it cheaper, I have no doubt. This is a big Modern card though in Blitz builds, also in Mono Red Aggro. And this gets play in Pioneer too. Don't forget about that format. You'll find it in Burn builds there. Another card that we saw in Double Masters, which again makes me feel like we might not see it for a little while, but who knows, right? This is Noble Hierarch, Conflux at $20, Modern Masters 2015 at $17.99, Ultimate Masters at $15.99, Double Masters at $13.99. Again, think back a year, 2 years ago. Did you think you could get this card for $14 or less? Again, shop around. You could get it for less. This is in Modern Humans, Bant Stoneblade, and more. Decks that I think will see more play in the future again. Also, this gets a lot of Commander play, some Legacy and Vintage play too. Next is another card maybe overdue for a reprint, but again, not super expensive. Spell Queller, $6.20. Modern, this is in Spirits, Bant Stoneblade, Azorius Control, and more. Decks that I think will see more play going forward. Additionally, this can see a little Legacy, Vintage, and Commander play at times. Fiery Islet. I love these Modern Horizons rare lands, especially the ones that contain red like this one. It's at $9.98, and of course, decks like Blitz and Burn are more than happy to run a card like this, even when they're not necessarily running blue, because you're going to be more than happy at times to sacrifice a land for card draw, simply because those decks can run out of gas. This is in other builds too in Modern, like Gift Storm, for example, and this whole cycle is great in Commander as well. So I had to go with one more here for a lot of the same reasons I went with the previous card. This is Sunbaked Canyon, $10.09. These do feel undervalued right now for me. Of course, you'll find this in Burn and more in Modern. Alright, that's just 10 cards. There's a lot of other ones I'm sure you can think of that are undervalued right now, that are great Modern cards that could become better. But these are the ones that I feel could go up the most in the coming months, assuming that they don't get reprinted, of course. Until next time, hey, stay safe out there. As always, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon and have a great day.